active, correlative, resolution, persistent in Hindi? The answer to this question is yes. So if that's what you came for, there you go. But if you want to stick around, I'll give you a little bit of background. Okay, so starting off, research shows that comprehenders try to actively resolve filler gap and cataphoric dependencies. When we say active, we mean that comprehenders posit an expected element in the closest upcoming position without waiting for bottom-up confirmation that their analysis is correct when trying to resolve these dependencies. So, for example, after seeing a WH filler, comprehenders predict that its gap is coming up, and they will predict it in an upcoming position, like say object position, before they've confirmed that an object is in fact missing from the sentence and that the gap is actually there. It's also been seen with with cataphors, as I said, and the similarity in active profile has implicated or has been suggested to implicate sort of shared predictive mechanisms across dependencies in this resolution strategy. So, another hallmark of active dependency resolution is what we'll call persistence. Um, by persistence, we mean a strategy where people or comprehenders will search for a predicted element. If they don't find it in its initial position, they'll keep searching for it in later positions. So in the case of filler gap processing, persistence can be characterized as, if it turns out that the parser finds out that the gap is not in the predicted location in, say, object position, then it will continue to look for the gap and posit it in later positions, say in the complement of a preposition or something like that. Giskes and Kush 2021 showed that this kind of behavior is seen with cataphor processing too. So we've got two types of behavior, or two two observations, both like first active filling and then persistence. Those are characteristics of many forward-looking dependency processing routines. We, in earlier work, asked whether the processing of correlative constructions in Hindi-Urdu was active. And so just to give you a quick background on what correlative constructions are, correlatives are a species of relative clause construction featuring kind of non-local modification. They're composed of a correlative clause, which we see here, which patient was very sick, right? And the correlative clause is left adjoined to a matrix clause, which provides the assertion of the sentence. In this case, it's वो सो गया. The correlative clause contains a correlative phrase, in this case, जो mariiz, that is linked to a demonstrative pronoun in the main clause, वो, in the example below. Crucially, correlative phrases must be linked to a demonstrative, otherwise the construction is unacceptable, right? So if you see a correlative phrase, you know that a demonstrative is coming up somewhere in the matrix clause. So this sets up a kind of forward-looking dependency, similar, at least superficially, to other types of forward-looking dependencies like filler gap processing and cataphora. So since there's a forward-looking dependency, we can ask whether the same kind of active resolution strategies are observed in correlative processing. So the question is, upon seeing a correlative pronoun, do comprehenders quickly posit that the corresponding demonstrative pronoun will be in the next available position? And about 2 years ago, we presented some evidence from self-paced reading study that we've yet to write up, that it looks like the answer to that question is yes. Okay. So in this work, we're following up on that, and we're asking if it appears that correlative processing is active, does it also display the sort of hallmark property of persistence as well, which is what we would expect if we adhere or if we endorse the view that all sort of forward-looking processing or all processing of forward-looking dependencies engages the same kind of predictive strategies as predictive mechanisms. Okay. So in order to do that, basically we ask whether comprehenders continue to actively search for a demonstrative pronoun uh, to license a correlative phrase if they find that the demonstrative pronoun is not in the immediate or it's not in the first place that they predicted. Do they keep looking later in the sentence? Okay, so in order to do that, we created a two-condition design where we gave participants sentences or correlative constructions that started with a correlative phrase, such as the one below, which patient was very sick. And then we manipulated where in the matrix clause the demonstrative phrase or the first demonstrative phrase showed up. In near conditions, the demonstrative phrase, in this case, usne, showed up at the start of the matrix clause in matrix subject position. So the expectation for a demonstrative is discharged quickly in that position. And we would expect that after seeing this demonstrative here, participants should not continue to look for a demonstrative later in the sentence because the requirement has been satisfied. In the FAR condition, however, we replaced the demonstrative in subject position with a lexical noun phrase, in this case, nurses, so that the expectation for a demonstrative was not met, uh, and that should, if active correlative resolution is persistent, that should cause people to continue to look later in the sentence for the demonstrative. And so we reasoned that if people are continuing to look later in the sentence for the demonstrative, and they're actively doing so, they should try to posit that the demonstrative should be the next argument in the main clause. So what we did is we inserted another argument, in this case, the oblique argument mujh, which means to me in this case, which is not a demonstrative. So in this case, in the FAR condition, mujh would be providing information or evidence that the demonstrative or the expected demonstrative is not the next argument in the sentence. And so what we wanted to see there is whether people would be sort of surprised to see mujh in the FAR condition under the assumption that they had predicted that the uh, the sought after demonstrative would be in that position. And so we expected, if that were the case, we expected longer reading times on mujh in the FAR condition compared to the near condition, because in the near condition, you would not have the same expectation for a demonstrative. In the sense, the design that we used is very similar to the filled gap effect manipulation of Stowe in 1986 and other such experiments on filler gap processing. Okay, so we just ran two experiments. First, we ran a sentence completion experiment where we took the test sentences we had here and we truncated them at different at different points to see how people would complete the sentence. And we did this in order to just get a quick sanity check to make sure that people would consistently predict um, a, uh, a corresponding demonstrative in different positions. So what we did was we took the near condition and the far condition and we truncated them in different places. We took the near condition and we truncated it immediately after um, the first clause, in this case, um, right after ta, right? So right after the correlative phrase, right after the correlative clause. And then we had people continue the sentences, and we expected that um, if an active strategy would lead them to posit or lead them to complete the sentence with a demonstrative in initial position of the main clause. Okay. In the for condition, we truncated the completion, or we truncated the condition after the matrix subject. So that gave participants information that the demonstrative could not be in subject position, and then we were interested in seeing where they put it later in the sentence. Uh, and again, we reasoned that if they are active uh, correlative resolvers, they should give us completions where the demonstrative the is the next is the next argument in the sentence. So we ran that study with 24 participants online, and basically what we found is that if you look at the probability of the demonstrative being the next argument in their completions, in the near conditions, about 94% of the time, that's what we found. And in the far conditions, about 99.5% of the time, um, participants completed the sentence with a demonstrative as the next argument in the sentence. So that gives us some confirmation that there is a sort of strong drive to complete or to discharge the uh, correlative expectation for a demonstrative as quickly as possible. Now, what we want to see is whether that translates to online reading. So we ran a study on Prolific with 50 participants, 16 items. And as I said before, basically what we're looking at is we expect if correlative resolution is persistent, that we should see a slowdown uh, at or immediately after the critical region mujh in the matrix or in the main clause, under the assumption that people should be more surprised to see that argument in the far condition. And so what we see is that at the critical region, we see maybe a very small trend towards an effect, but nothing significant or nothing really to write home about. However, in the spillover region, immediately after the critical region, what we see is longer reading times in the far condition compared to the near condition. So people seem to be more surprised to encounter the dative argument, the non-demonstrative dative argument in the far condition, which we think means that they were expecting to see the demonstrative there, and they are surprised when they don't. So our predictions are confirmed there. So our conclusions, we basically conclude that incremental correlative resolution is both active and persistent. And that is similar to incremental resolution procedures observed with more commonly studied dependencies like filler gap dependencies and cataphor dependencies. And we think that these results are consistent with the hypothesis um, due to, say, Nina Kazanina and colleagues, that the processing of forward-looking dependencies engages the same the same predictive mechanisms, irrespective of exactly what the dependency type is. So, thanks for coming to the poster or watching online. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thanks.